summertime. Oh, crap. Is it? Oh, crap. You didn't see any of that, guys. Vanilla vibes. Stay tuned. What's going on, ladies and germs? My name is Joshua, and this is your channel, ScentSense. To all the loyal sensations out there in the world, to you people, salute. And to all you new people who are maybe checking out the channel for the very first time, why don't you stick around? And if you like it, go ahead and join the Sensation Nation. Go ahead and join La Familia. So I know a lot of people have reviewed this fragrance. I know a lot of people have talked about it ad nauseum. And I'm sure all you fine people out there feel like, man, why is every single person in America talking about this fragrance? And why is everyone getting sent bottles to talk about this? And why is no one upset with these fragrances? And why does everyone just love this fragrance? We'll get into that. But before we do, I'd like to thank the kind folks over at Euro Perfumes for sending your boy this bottle and letting me give my thoughts. So let's just jump right into it, guys. Before I get a crap ton of hate, of course, my opinion is my own. I've not bought, I've not been paid. I'm not just gonna say crap because it makes someone else feel better. At the end of the day, I own hundreds of fragrances, and if I wanted to buy this fragrance, I could have bought this fragrance. It was sent to me for free. So why would I go buy it again? That's dumb. So let's skip all the bull crap and talk about what you came here for, the fragrance. Let's talk about vanilla vibes. Jumping right into it, let's go over the presentation. Vanilla Vibes has got a beautiful bottle. If people can hate on the fragrance and say it doesn't smell that great and everyone's hyping it, you can at least admit the bottle is beautiful. You have the Juliette has a gun on the very top. It's gonna say Juliette has a gun in this like super holographic name on the front. You have Vanilla Vibes at the bottom. And then you have this gradient, orangish to yellow to blue. It's just quite a beautiful bottle, as you can see. I know we're talking about presentation, but I guess you could say what the bottle does and functionality is part of the presentation. And when it comes to sprayers, I don't know of very many sprayers that are better than what Juliette has a gun has. I can say this bottle does look great on the shelf. I think this bottle checks all the boxes when it comes to how it looks. So when it comes to presentation, A+. Now let's jump into the scent. So as with any other scent, I wear fragrances to smell good. The person who matters the most to me when it comes to opinions of how I smell is my wife. Yep, I'm married, so at the end of the day, her opinion is usually very important to me about how I smell. Having said that, she thinks this smells like Play-Doh. My wife straight up said, "You smell like a big bucket of Play-Doh." It made me laugh, and then I asked her, I said, well, is it a gross smell? Does it feel unpleasant? She said, no, it smells good, but all I can think about when I smell you is Play-Doh. So when it comes to overall scent, in my wife's opinion, Play-Doh. Now, we both differ in this fragrance and differ in how it smells, just like we differed on Moscow Mule, another fragrance from this house. My wife loves that fragrance. My wife thinks it smells a lot like light blue, but just done a whole lot better and lasts a lot longer. And off of her skin, it is quite pleasant. But for me, I think it smells like an insect spray on my skin. I think it smells like it's old, or there's something wrong with the formula, like it's been, tainted or something. I just really didn't care for Moscow Mule. Now, having said that, this fragrance is the exact opposite. I don't smell what my wife smells when it comes to this Play-Doh note. She thinks I smell like a 6-year-old, and I'm sure when I smell good on a date night with my wife, I don't want to make her think of our children. I want her to think of wanting to make children. A little TMI, but at the end of the day, just keeping it real. I personally think this smells fantastic on her. She let me spray it on her, and I think on a woman, in my opinion, this is probably gonna be one of the better scents for a woman when it comes to the summertime. Reason being is you're not gonna get the same mundane things you get from summertime scents. You're not gonna get sea salty notes, fruity notes, the grapefruit, the pineapple. You're not gonna get, coconut and lime. You're gonna get something different. You're gonna get this vanilla and coconut combination. You're gonna get this sweet, creamy fragrance. Now, when it comes to being sprayed on me, it does smell pleasant, but The only part that I don't really care for is that for me, it doesn't last long enough, and the presence of the smell, the top notes, it just kind of goes all over the place on my skin. So wrapping it up, when it comes to actual scent, the wife doesn't really care for it on me. She also doesn't really care for it on her. I personally really like it on her, and on me it's okay. When it comes to projection and sillage on me, this is not there at all. It doesn't project. It doesn't have any sillage, but maybe that's kind of what this is supposed to be going for. This is supposed to be a laid back scent. I mean, maybe if I was on a beach and it was sunny and it was really hot, this would maybe push more off of my skin, and naturally those sweet notes would project a little bit more because that's what your skin does in the heat. I'm not 100% certain, but based off of what I've experienced with this fragrance, it's not really great. Having said that, on my wife's skin, it was almost nuclear. Fill up a whole entire room. And I think on my wife, it smelled really, really good the longer it was on her skin and the hotter it got. So as far as projection, since we're basing this off of a lady and a guy, we'll give it a B. As far as longevity on my skin, I got somewhere between 4 to 5 hours. I know that's kind of lacking, but that's, to be honest, the truth. I only sprayed it 4 times because the mist on this thing, as you've seen before, is just insane. So I felt if I sprayed more than that, it would be cloying. Maybe if I overspray the next time I wear it, maybe it'll last longer, but I feel like you shouldn't have to overspray. That's the whole point of how to gauge a fragrance. I think you should spray it as you would normally spray it. And I wouldn't overspray this one, so for me, it won't last that long. On my wife, apparently she has the most moisturized skin in the world. I think scientists should extract her skin and study it. She gets somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, and like at the 4-hour mark, it's still super strong. So for me, I don't know why. For me, it just doesn't really project or last a long time, but for her, it does. So again, longevity for her, great. For me, not so much. So being that this is pretty much a first impressions, and when we get back from the beach, I'll give you my full impressions on this bottle, how it worked on my wife, how it worked on me. I can't give you exactly how I feel about it, but what I will tell you is this. If it comes to would I buy this, for me personally, the answer is no. And the reason for that is not because this is a bad fragrance. It's not because it isn't pleasant. The main reason for me why I wouldn't buy this is because with all the bottles that I own and the amount of money it would cost to buy this, for me, it wouldn't be worth it because I won't wear it enough. Having said that, would I buy this for my wife as a gift? Would I buy this for a special occasion? Easily, because she loves the line and she likes this one. And she doesn't really think it's the greatest thing ever, but I enjoy the way it smells on her. I love the note of coconut on her skin, and I love the note of vanilla. She's not a big fan of either, but she'll wear it for me if I ask. So would I buy it for her at this price point? Most definitely. So I hope you enjoyed this little first impression, breaking this fragrance down in a nutshell based off of the wearings that I've received so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do a much more in-depth breakdown of this fragrance in a later video, but I just wanted to kind of give you my feelings on it, being that I've seen so many reviews on it. I felt like I really needed to talk about it, and when I get a little more knowledge, a little more experience with the fragrance, you guys will be the first to know. All right, that does it for me. I want to know how you feel about this fragrance. How do you feel about how many people have reviewed it? Do you feel like fragrance brands shouldn't allow so many people to review it, or do you think the more the merrier? I personally am in the latter. Once again, I'd like to thank the kind folks at Euro Perfumes for allowing me to give my opinions on this fragrance. Thank you so much for blessing me with this opportunity. To all you other people, remember, keep your eyes peeled because I'll be talking about this again, like I said, in the upcoming weeks. While you're leaving a comment, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you don't want to subscribe, no big deal. But if you do, go ahead and smash that notification bell. That way, when you see my videos, you'll be the first ones to see my videos. And as always, and most importantly, I'll smell you later. Peace!